Hello, this is just a brief update video because our system has now changed quite a bit. So if you watch the how to navigate the system video, this is a video that's just going to show you a couple of changes that have been made. Now, first of all, the only real changes is we've incorporated a directory into the system. So your My Preferences are the same. You buy your leads on here, you've got your available leads tab here with all the available leads in your industry. Now this is a real client on there, so you can see he's got his credits and he's got his leads that are available in the areas he covers. Purchased leads are on there. These are the leads that this client has purchased. And if you just jump up to your preferences, this is where your changes have been made to the system. So you jump in, it now looks completely different than the old system did. It's over 3 different pages. So you've got your leads, your locations, and obviously you can change your password there. So initially, I'm going to show you how to upload a logo. So let's delete that logo there. So you'll come in and this is what it'll look like after you've first started the system. You want to put your website address in here and that will show on your directory page, and then you also want to put a full description in here of your business. This is just a brief one to show you, and then you always hit save after making a change. So if I want this, I'd jump onto my files, click that, go to that logo. That's the one that was in. There we go. Then we jump down here and always click save after making any changes. So you jump to the bottom of the page and hit save. Once that's saved, the logo's here and the business is running. Now you'll see on this one under trades and lead notifications. So your lead notifications has now moved to here. So you can select any trade or industry we do, click on it, and it works exactly the same as before. Click on it, you'll start receiving leads in those areas in the postcodes you've specified. Now on this client, you can see it covers most of the northwest. So you've got York, Blackpool, Wigan, Widnes, and so on and so forth, and it covers most of the northwest UK. Now the reason it's set up the way it is, rather than just putting Manchester, which is quite central to all of these, within an 80-mile radius or a 40-mile radius, and receiving all these leads, the reason this is set up the way it is if we go back to basic information and you look down the bottom, you've got a view my directory listing. So if you click on the directory for this client, it'll open up in a new page. Always opens in a new page. So you've got a tab here for your control panel, and then you've got a tab here for your directory listing. Right, now they all run all the way down the page. As you can see, all the areas that they cover run down the page. But the reason it's set up the way it is like that is because if you select all those areas individually, you can see that there's loads of little circles on your map here that shows your customers where you cover and where you don't cover. Now, if that was just 40 miles of Manchester, there's the centre, this would just be one big circle, and there'd only be one thing here saying within 40 miles of Manchester. We've incorporated this here for search terms for people who search via postcode, which is very relevant in London. So this will come in automatically of every postcode that your business covers. And then up here you've got obviously the miles and within, which transfer to circles on here. But in addition to that, if you go up and have a look in your title tags, they're called, which are very important for SEO. Now this is the section where we've done the right for the about us, but it's very important for SEO. If you go into here, you can see it drags in your actual trades, your name of your business, and if you look when this pops up, you'll have to look pretty close, but you can see it says Extreme Locks, Locksmith, Auto Locksmith in Oldham, Liverpool, Manchester, Birkenhead, Blackburn, Bolton, and so on and so forth, all the way down to the end. Now, if I was to come off this page, so if I was to click, say, I'd have to go for the tradesman sign up, down to the bottom of the page, visit the directory. If I was to look at a client who's not yet put all their information in, so this one for example, you can see that they cover within a 40-mile radius of FK5. So that just sits like that. But then if we go up and look at their locksmiths, if we look at their title tags that appear in Google, which you can see up here, it's second to none, locksmith and joinery services, and then it says locksmith in FK5 for Bravo Lima. So if they was to change that, because not many people search by postcode, to within the system here, let me show you. If you go into here and change this, rather than it being a city name, theirs is actually a postcode. But if you actually go in and change it to a city name, it will be incorporated onto this section, which will help if you incorporate a lot of smaller areas with your own directory page ranking in Google. Now the good thing about this is, although it means that people can come to the website and they can see it's Extreme Locks and they can click on this little box at the left here to receive a quotation in your area, fill their information in. It also, if you put your website on it, it shows your website there. So if they wanted to go to address in a new tab or click on your website, they could go to address and boom, there you are. That's the Extreme Locks one. So that's their own personal website. So it actually links back to your website as well, which is good for SEO, and it's also good that people can actually contact you direct without you paying for the lead, which we probably shouldn't do, but we will. And eventually they'll be able to just click that and come onto your website, but that's coming shortly. Anyway, so your full system's now changed. So if you want to add an area on here, for example, so I'll delete York. So if I wanted to add a new one, I click on there, look within 10 miles, type in York, and hit save. Boom, we're back in York, or as soon as it saves we are. There we go. So now if I go back to that page, we've got the lead in York. Now you can add as many or as few as you want, so I could add all the tiny little cities and villages if I wanted in here, or we couldn't. It's totally up to you how much detail you want to put in. Then, same as before, we have this little tab here. If you click it to yes, it means your account's set to automatically take credit off. So every time a lead came in this client's area, these here would go down. And if you shove it across to no, it won't automatically go down. They have to literally come into the system and physically click that they want to purchase a lead. So you still get to review the lead, you just don't get the contact information. But if you want the contact information automatically and you want the client to receive your contact information automatically, flick that over to yes. It's really good for emergency firms. It's probably not very useful for builders and people like that who are going to be going out and quoting for big jobs, because you want to review it, see if it's something you can do, and take it from there. Change your password, new password, and then just confirm your new password. It gives you a suggestion on here, like that, use a suggested password, but you're best writing in something you'll remember, I personally think. Other than that, the whole system remains the same. So you've still got all your available leads, as we said earlier. Get your purchase lead. You can go through and have a look at your transactions that you've spent. You've got your help videos section here, which this video I'm currently doing will sit directly under that one when it goes live. And then you've got your free web page builder. You select your city, go in and build pages for small areas. There's no point building them for London, for Manchester and for Oldham, because they're not going to rank. But if you build them for small areas, so within Manchester you've got areas like Blakely and Shaw and Royton and Middleton, there's a good chance you'll get them on the first page of Google without just post a link to them onto your Facebook so that Google picks them up, or onto Twitter, and you'll find that they get picked up pretty quick by Google and start to rank. Right, that's about it really. So the new system's been explained. I'm going to now send an email to all clients regarding the directory listings, which are built to rank for you, and they can look pretty smart. Plus, there's going to be a lot of changes being made. Thank you very much for taking your time to watch this video.